Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of my HX Sport Spec build. I got the motor taken out, got the pump taken out, so let's take a look at everything and see how it looks. Anything that has decided to change my mind on the path that we're going to go to rebuild this thing. Let's go take a look at some of this stuff. So let's start out with the motor. Got that thing pulled out, got the head pulled off, and a couple things I want to show you. Look at how clean it is inside of the mag cover housing here. I mean, it looks, yeah, a little bit of residue in here, but man, that looks really, really good. I don't think I've ever taken one apart that looks that good. So that is yay for me. Looks good. Cylinder head, got that pulled off. Nothing alarming by any means here. I think it looks just fine, in my opinion. It's an uneducated opinion, but it is what it is. Let's look over here at the pistons. I mean, the pattern here, the fuel pattern looks good. We want these spots here to be about the size of a fingernail, and that's about what they are for the spots where the fuel and air fuel mixture comes into the combustion chamber. So that looks good. I did talk to you a little bit last time about cylinder wall rust. Let's see if I can pick any out here. It's really, really hard to see, but there is some rust down here. Let me grab a light and see if we can focus on that a little bit more. All right, yeah, we can see. Let's see if that light will stay there. So you can see just a little bit of rust. Spot rust there, some spot rust along here. So the rest of it looks pretty good. So that was what I noticed before, was just a little bit of rust here and there on the cylinder walls. Let's go take a look at this one. Yeah, same thing. Got rust spot here, rust spot here. It's all smoothed out. I mean, I've been riding this thing all last summer, so it wasn't like it was killing the ring or anything. So that was the worst of everything I saw, was that right there. Let's go over here. Rotary valve surface looks flippin' brand new, man. It looks like this is a brand new block. This looks gorgeous, looks beautiful. The rotary valve itself, not so much. Again, since the pistons look like they were stuck in one spot, so does the rotary valve. It looks like that had been stuck in one spot for a while, and you can see where the rotary valve had been sitting on one port for a while. Back side of it. I mean, these are, yeah, it's worn, but it's not that bad. So I'm going to reuse that thing, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, I was going to take the whole motor apart. I'm going to have the cylinders bored, of course, but I was going to take the whole motor apart and stuff. But I have never had one of these types of PTOs off there. I'm going to guess I thought this was one piece. Maybe it's two. So you guys will have to comment below and let me know how this thing comes off, other than I've heard you take a chain wrench type of thing and wrap a chain around this thing to get the PTO off, but I don't know if this is separate from this. I don't know. I need to do some research on that. So I'm not going to mess with it until I find out more about what's going on there. So let's go take a look at the pump now. So here's my pump. There's nothing to report that's really out of the ordinary with the pump. I did put a new wear ring, a Delrin wear ring in this thing last fall. So this thing only has maybe 5 hours on it, I suppose. I mean, it's all brand new. I can't feel any grooves or anything in it. All the oil that came out of it was all, of course, when I put the new wear ring in there, all my pump oil is all brand new. Looks fantastic. So just trying to collect all my pump oil there so it don't run all over the place. And everything looked fabulous as far as the pump is concerned, other than maybe changing impeller to a different pitch for a little bit more bottom end. I don't think I'm going to do anything with the pump. I think it's going to stay the way it is. I don't know enough about what I want to have for a pitch for a prop, but I'll do some research and determine which way to go from there. On to the next thing. You know, this is the motor plate. This is where the motor's bolted to this. This looks identical to my motor plate that I had in my 1989 SP. This looks like the exact same thing. Maybe it is, for all I know. I was just surprised that would have been 89 to 96. So it would have been 8 years of production for that thing between 1990. Well, I guess mine's in 1996, and my Sea-Doo SP was in 1989. So maybe it is the same dang thing. Well, but anyway, that looks good to me. So now we go inside the hall. Let me grab my flashlight again here. Nothing earth-shattering to report. This thing here, I've heard these things come in different, maybe different colors or something. I don't know anything about these I don't even know what you call them. It's the rubber star that fits in between the two different, the PTO of the engine and the PTO of the drive shaft here. So I don't know what you call this thing, but I heard they come in different colors, and I've heard if you don't get the drive shaft lined up with the engine very well, you destroy that thing. So I'm going to take I got a pump alignment tool. I've never ever owned a pump alignment tool before. Out of all the engines that I've torn out of these jet skis, or out of the Sea-Doos, I have never aligned the pump before with an engine. So I'm going to start doing it now. There's really nothing to report. I want to get another seat cover like I talked about in the first video, because this is a very slippery surface. So I want to get I think it's a jet trim. They're more of a suede and they have more gription. Those things there are worth a ton of money, these knee pads. And nobody makes anything that comes close to looking as good as these things by any means. Whether you wrap this stuff in the HydroTurf stuff or whatever, it looks terrible. So I'm debating on just keeping this whole seat mechanism, just keeping it, taking it off, buying a whole nother seat base and seat foam, and making just a racing seat so I can swap this back and forth between a racing seat and a recreational riding seat, perhaps. In here, nothing to report in here as far as the carbon seal and everything looks good. I did buy the seal kit instead of a carbon ring, so I do have one of those on order to convert this to a seal instead of a carbon ring. Up in the air if I'm really going to run it at all or not, but at least I have that option, so to speak. My boot there, the shock boot, looks really good. Nothing to report there. Nothing ridiculous here in the pump area. I'm going to start using these duckbill drains. I probably should put another drain over here. I wonder if that's legal to do, but I got to read the rules and find out about that. But other than that, there is nothing out of the ordinary back here. So really, when it comes down to it, out of all the stuff that there is that I've tore apart so far, man, there really isn't a whole lot that needs to be done. I'm going to take the cylinders off and have those bored, and then but I don't think I'm going to take the bottom end of that motor apart. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Considering how good the engine block looks and how good the flywheel, the magneto flywheel looks, I don't think that motor is very old by any means. I think it's actually pretty good shape. I don't think I'm going to do a whole heck of a lot to this thing. I'm just going to rebuild the motor and maybe re-pitch the prop, and that's going to be about it. I'm just going to ride it the way it is, and maybe a seat, something different with a seat. I haven't decided if I want to get rid of the factory handlebars and go with the motocross style handlebars. Turn this back on here. There we go. So I still got the factory handlebars on there. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with them or go with, these are not lined up right, but go with more like bars like this on my XP here. Go with something that's off a motocross bike. You sit farther forward on the hull, which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. A lot of people do this, and I don't know if it's because they want to sit farther forward or what the scoop is. I don't know why they do it. A lot of people don't like the look of that factory one. They just don't care for the look of it. I know that much. So I like the looks of that, and I do not like the looks of any switch housings or anything like that are here, or the throttle mechanisms, the housings for that. Just nobody makes anything that's good looking. I haven't seen anything yet, at least anyway. So, well, it'd be nice to Be nice to get this old XP running too as well sometime. I got a motor for it. Motor's right here on the motor's right here on the bench for it. So got a motor for it. Just a matter of I gotta flip it over and do some hull work on it. Re-gel coat the hull and then I can start putting that thing together too as well. So one project at a time, 2 projects at a time. Anyway, just a short video, just an informational thing about how everything turned out so far that I've taken apart. I'm gonna take these cylinders off, have them bored, and start thinking about putting this thing back together. It's gonna be a pretty quick turnaround for me. That's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching episode number 2. We'll catch up with you next time on episode number 3. We'll see ya.